Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John. This is Menu True Nerd, and this is Fallout New Vegas No Kill Run. And we are starting off here at the 188, and we are going down towards Vault 11. We are after the two remaining parts that we need for the air filtration system for the Brotherhood's bunker. So let's get some of the let's get the other two pieces of the air filtration system that we need. First piece, just start at the 188 trading shop, and then just head south into that the dry lake bed where there are the ants. It's by Helios 1. Literally head towards Helios 1 and just skirt the outside, and you'll find an entrance to a vault on your right pretty quickly. Here it is. So Vault 11 is where we are going for one of these for the quest. It's also really difficult because it's absolutely full of wildlife, really nasty wildlife, and rats and fast things and doors that are quite difficult to open and all that jazz. So just keep running. It's very easy to get disorientated. Yeah, I'm already pretty damn hopelessly. Okay, I think I've found my way through. Okay, next bit. So just head down and around. The second time was pretty easy. You literally just head through that room and then down this staircase. Just head round here, round this corner, along this. And then into the water. What the... And enjoy the water because the rats can't do anything in the water. So water is good. I mean, they're kind of terrifying in the water anyway, but they can't do anything. You know you found the right room when you're in the water anyway. And that is a differential pressure something or another. And now just head back out the way you came. I say as if that's a really easy thing and you'll be able to easily remember exactly where everything was. You won't. Of course you won't. This flipping area is a maze. So I've already gone the wrong bloody way. But yeah, you know, on the lower level, you know you found the right place when you find water. Basically, just keep heading down. This area is an insane maze. Full of dead end. What even is that? There are traps in this area, incidentally. There are traps, there's explosives, tripwires, mines, things like that. Because, like, the lore of this vault is there was, like, a civil war thing. So now we just head around and about. Incidentally, don't underestimate giant mantises. Giant mantises can really mess up your day quickly. Oh, you missed. Ha! Oh, so did you. Wonderful. And I think we are almost out again now. Okay, okay. I mean, it's annoying. The thing about this mission is it's annoying and it's stressful. Because you're being, like, constantly having things just thrown in your face. Rats are just jumping at your face and you're constantly being pursued by fast enemies. But they're not actually that strong. So, yeah, just, the only risk is if you kind of get stuck in a corner and you can't actually get your way out. That's actually the biggest threat to a no-kill run of this particular area. There is a risk that if you go into a dead end, you'll have so many rats and giant mantises following you that you might actually not be able to get out without killing. But luckily that didn't happen to me, which is nice. So we've got that part. So now, before we take the final part, which is in Vault 22, Vault 22 we have to visit anyway because we've got here stands the grass, which we've got to take care of. But as this is a Brotherhood thing, why don't we have a word with Veronica? And let's do Veronica at the same time.
I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
So yeah, Veronica, we've picked up Veronica, and also just there was basically her reasoning for wanting to come along. She is worried about the future of the Brotherhood, and she wants to see different societies. Basically, this is a point system, much like we had with Arcade. There are 9 situations representing 9 societies which she can witness, which kind of she'll talk to you about. If you've activated 3 of them, you get to do her loyalty quest. Luckily, even if you get to her really late in the game, unless you've already done loads of quests, there's actually some ones you can do at any point, irrespective of whether or not the quest has been completed. So let's just do those quickly to activate her loyalty quest. So I brought Veronica to Nelson, which is now held by the NCR. just bring it to the central square.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada.
Now, obviously, that comment's really supposed to refer to, more to the Legion, who had taken over this town, but as long as you bring her to the central plaza, the central square in Nelson, that you can also take it to Cottonwood Cove or the fort, you'll get the same response at any of those 3 locations. So even if the Legion have already been kicked out of Nelson, you can just bring it to this square to activate that one. The second trigger that you can access at any point easily is Camp McCarran, who are mysteriously called about someone who very much looks like a member of the Enclave, escorting someone who very much looks like a member of the Brotherhood into the centre of their camp. But, alright. So just head into the terminal building and then just run backwards and forwards a bit.
There's a lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1.
There you go, so that's the trigger.
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah, what is it?
The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong, or how to fix it. I think I need to go home.
Okay, I thought Veronica needed to see a 3rd place before she would activate that quest, but never mind, apparently not. If, say, you can't go to McCarran because you've annoyed the NCR too much, the Boomer Museum works as well. You can take Pete's tour in the Boomer Museum at the end of that. She can react. If you haven't been to the Mormon Fort yet, the first time you speak to Judy Farkas, that works. That's her learning about the followers of the Apocalypse. And I took Arcade with me on the Whitewash to meet Tom Anderson in Westside on the previous episode, but you can take her instead, and that counts as her learning about something too. Now, as we're heading back to the bunker, there is one more companion that we want to pick up as well. The final companion in the game. So we're back in Prim, and it's time to nip inside the Mojave Express office, and we will find a poor, broken, damaged Edie floating around. Let's have a word with Johnson Nash about the robot.
It's yours if you can get it working.
Damaged robot. If you've got science of 55, and then repair of 35, and there it is, working again. And now we have Edie. The reason we want Edie is because Edie's entire little quest, Edie My Love, can actually be completed within the Brotherhood bunker. It's the easiest thing in the world, actually. It's by far the easiest way to do it. Here's roughly how that quest works. What you basically want to do is Edie, on hearing certain keywords, will initiate playback recordings, and after a certain number, you'll actually get into the Edie quest. The thing is, both triggers that you need can be found within the Brotherhood bunker, as well as someone who can complete the quest, so you really just want to do it that way.
I've important work to do. 2 hours of what?
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording.
There we
My
go.
name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air
Literally
Force
just
Base.
wander
Until
around
recently,
the
I was in
bunker
charge of the terraforming
and
reinforcement
you'll
project for
overhear,
the
sooner or later you'll
combat
overhear a
iBots.
conversation about Helios 1, and that will trigger Edie's playback. The next trigger can also be found in the bunker, but unfortunately it can't actually do it for a few days. So let's just literally stand perfectly still in this corridor for 5 days. No, seriously, that's actually what you need to do. Okay, it's now 5 in-game days later, and that means if we just go into this classroom, I'm going to be honest, you're kind of failing at chalk there.
The principles of fusion are relatively simple.
Download complete. Begin
There
recording.
we go.
Navarro Outpost
All you need
scientist.
to do is have
I'm
Edie
glad
overhear
that
the teacher
has
talking
reached you.
in the
You'll
classroom.
find several-
Now we simply wait another 2 days.
Hello?
There we
Hi,
go.
are you there? Oh, right. You can't
2 days
respond.
later, this happens.
I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot.
Hi. Sorry to break in, but I'd like to make a counter-suggestion. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
So at this point, I could just take Edie to Lorenzo, who's obviously just floating around. I don't want to do that because, as you heard, there's a counter-offer from the followers of the Apocalypse. Basically, the Brotherhood of Steel want to look at Edie in order to learn how to make awesome kill weapons, whereas followers of the Apocalypse want to use the knowledge for the betterment of mankind. So I'm totally down for that. So let's just, so we will be taking Edie out to the Followers of the Apocalypse shortly. But first, let's take Veronica to meet the Elder like she asked, given we've come down here.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Basically, the Elder is refusing to consider any possibility of any change whatsoever, and Veronica is frustrated because she wants things to change a little bit. So, what now, Veronica?
He'll never listen unless I hold the proof right in front of his face.
Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Yeah, not everyone likes Veronica and her way of doing things. So we've popped back to the Followers camp in Freeside in order to find April. Okay, you can have the robot for a little while. The strange thing is, to my mind, in Edie My Love, the upgrades are the wrong way round. The Brotherhood will use Edie to create weapon systems, whereas the Brotherhood want to use Edie like for the benefit of everyone. But if you give Edie to the Brotherhood, they upgrade the armor. But if you give Edie to the Followers, they upgrade its weapons, and that strikes me as backwards. I don't know. I feel like if they want to use the Edie knowledge for weapons research, they should improve the weapons, but that doesn't happen. So never mind. Anyway, now we're just travelling with Veronica. So let's pop on to where she wants to go. And she has to go to a shack near Helios 1. So I'd say just head to Gibson Scrapyard and just follow your quest marker from there. The hut's literally just like over here. Here's the little hut. And here's a little computer. Download research notes.
Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology.
Yeah, the rangefinder might be a problem. I reactivated Helios 1, it's not powering a weapon.
Hell. Well, how could you know, right?
We should go after the vegetation technology.
Okay, what better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right?
Oh, I see what you did there. So of course, all of this means we are heading to Vault 22. We've got to, well, one, we've got There Stands the Grass as a quest. We've got to get that research for Veronica now, and we have to go in there to save Keely, and we have to go in there to get the HEPA cartridges for the bunker in general. So 3 good reasons to be heading to Vault 22 right now. But Veronica sadly cannot come with us because she would start punching things. So, Veronica, you just wait here.
Should have brought something to read.
There we go. Sorry, Veronica. And FYI, we are heading into a relatively dangerous environment. So, it's time to turn on our... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yep, already stung. Good. Yeah, I'm already poisoned. Not much more you can do to me. So here's Vault 22, which is also... The grass is full of mantises. This is part of the reason why you just can't bring Veronica here. Because, yeah, she'll obviously attack the mantises. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know, that me saying that doesn't normally belong here. For you it has been seconds since we stepped through the vault door to Vault 22. For me, this has taken much, much longer. Here's what just happened behind the scenes at Many a True Nerd HQ. So, I just completed Vault 22, and then, I did it without ever having a weapon out, never actually doing anything, no firing of anything whatsoever. I went all the moral routes. And then, having done that, I left Vault 22, overwrote my save file, and at that exact moment in time was told that I had a creature kill. There was a kill against my name on my stats, which I had forgotten to check before I overwrote the save file. I went through 3 hours of footage looking for what on earth the cause was, and eventually I found this, which I'm going to show you in super slow motion. Pile of mantis eggs. So what you can see there, I think, is I'm being chased by a bunch of mantises, but then as I'm going into my Pip-Boy to pop a few stim packs, 2 experience points pop up. Oh, mantis. Which is the amount of experience points that one of the baby mantises would have given me. So, I honestly don't know what happened there. I think maybe a mother mantis stabbed its baby in the head and the game sort of decided it was my fault, which is jerkish. Oh, there's a Programmer's Digest there, by the way. Oh, don't forget that Programmer's Digest down in the entrance lobby of Vault 22. So, luckily, I had one backup file. A backup file that was still in the middle of the Khan's quest. So this is the same John that you know and love previously, but I've had to redo the Khan's, Gamora, the companion quest you saw last week, and the entirety of the Brotherhood quest up to this point. So if you see any slight inconsistencies with my experience points, items, or money level, that's why. It's because things have happened very, very slightly differently. However, one advantage. I did watch my own recordings while I was replaying everything. So the experience points distribution, all of that jazz, should be the same. I'm just thrilled I frankly had the backup file that it was in the Great Khans, because that was sheer luck. So yeah, that's what's happened. It's actually like 2 days on from me. It took me a couple more days to redo all of that. So yeah, now with that done, let's crack on with Vault 22. So elevator, which we can repair right away. Excellent. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start off with the common areas. Head down to the 4th level, because before we do anything, we need a key card. So here's the common areas. So first things first, head straight around the corner, and unlike plenty of vaults, the Overseer's office is right here, and it's completely open. So this is a useful thing to start off with. Just head into the Overseer's office, which is pleasingly empty. Go up to his terminal, and you can unlock the crew quarters, unlock the data backup. You can't unlock the cavern access. You need a key and local access to do that. But we have just opened up 2 doors that we'll be needing later on, so that's good. Pop back out and then simply just hop straight over the rail and down. Head through this door here. Oh no, is this the one? Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. And the reason you want to come through into this utility area is there is some good stuff that you want here. Specifically, 1 laser pistol, which may well come in useful later. And if you want it, just to sell, flamer. I'm completely out of needing money, so I'm not going to bother. Incidentally, if you are coming in here and you're doing a kill run, fire is the best way to deal with the spore creatures that live in this vault. Spoiler warning: there are spore creatures living in this vault. There's one. There you go. Yeah, you're not really. You're supposed to not be able to see them ahead of time, but very often if you approach them from the wrong angle, they're really obvious. So there it is. Hello, spore monster. Hello. That's them. So basically, yeah, the story of this vault is people became infected with plant spores and they turned into monstrous villains that also take part in synchronized dancing, as you can see from the fact there's one back there that's doing the exact same motions as this one. It's pretty much impossible to never trigger one of these things, by the way, so just accept that you're going to trigger 1 or 2 of them. And then what you want to do is go straight into here and keycard, okay. Luckily, they're not really that good against my armor, but the downside is they're pretty fast, actually, so it's really hard to outrun these guys, so you just have to kind of accept that they will just get a couple of slashes in against you. They can also open doors, incidentally. Even though they're plant monsters, they can still open doors. So with that key card, we can now head down to the 5th level, and just run straight through. And there'll be some massive Venus flytrap things that are really creepy. I find them creepy, but I find Venus flytraps creepy anyway. Hard lock here just to get through. This is important because this is the way through to a cave system that you want to get access to. So just head through here and just head straight down and round. So now you'll be heading down into a massive great cave system that's basically full of terrible things that want to eat you. But this is where Keely is. If you remember, when we were first given the Vault 22 quest, the assistant asked us to go and get Keely. Keely explains that for some reason these creatures don't want to eat ghouls, so she's safe. Anyway, there she is. She's just down here. Angela Williams asked me to come find you.
She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for.
Pedant.
That's
It's
neither
pronounced.
here nor
Oh
there.
God, you can't mispronounce the word pedant. Oh, that's taking irony to our horrific level. So just offer to help her,
Meet me on the second level.
and she'll say meet her up on the second level, and then head on your way. Just jump past all the creatures. They'll just keep attacking you. They won't attack her. Don't worry about her. She'll be fine. And while you're here, you can also pick up the actual research data that you need to actually complete the mission. Just head straight in here. Activate the terminal, download the research data. We've got the research data that everybody wants, and then just literally run out back the way you came.
Did you do these repairs? Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, if you couldn't
Saves
repair
me
the
time,
elevator,
I
she'll
guess.
repair it
See
for
you
you at this
upstairs.
point. Now, we may as well do as she asked, just head up to the second level, head to oxygen recycling. You'll find now, essentially, if you try and leave the vault at this point, if you just kind of try and grab the research and leave once you've rescued her, she's locked down the vault because it's quarantined because of the dangerous spores. So we can't do it that way. Just have a quick chat with her.
I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast.
Now, if you do just want to leave right now, the game won't let you, but if you crouch, you can pickpocket the key to her computer off her, use that on the computer, which can't be hacked. It's a computer that requires a key, and then you can open the door and you can just run, just say, bye Keely, say peace, and out you go. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you how to complete the level. The thing is, this is dubious on no kill grounds, because if you set off the fiery explosion to purge the spores that she's talking about, I'm pretty sure that can be done in such a way as you don't actually get a kill on them. But the explosion clearly does kill some stuff, and you've started the explosion, so it's kind of dubious. If you want to do this in a way that doesn't involve the game and doesn't involve you feeling like you've broken the spirit of the law, you may want to just steal the key off her, open the computer, be on your way, and hand the research straight over to Veronica, and then you're just done now. And you're done with her at this point with that particular part of the quest, or rather you'd move on to get the equipment that the Brotherhood needs, because obviously that's in this vault too. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you how to do it the way that she's just mentioned to you, just to show you how it can be done. So in which case, first, get that laser pistol we picked up earlier, which is useful for detonating the gas, and then just head down the elevator down to the 5th floor again. Things will be attacking you, by the way, immediately, so just get your running on. If you can, close some doors behind you. That'll buy you some time. Yeah, I missed the cue there. All you need to do is just run into this room and back off into this room. For some reason, the fire explosion doesn't come into this room, even if it doesn't, even if you haven't closed the door. For some reason, yeah, the fire explosion that purges things doesn't come into this room. Now, you notice there are dead things on the floor. According to the game, not my responsibility. They were just casualties of the explosion that, I had to do as part of the quest. Now, this is why you might feel that this is an immoral thing to do, and that you might wish to not do it this way. I've just shown you how it can easily be done, but yeah. This is also a point where you could pick up the research if you hadn't already, but I've already done that. So, we've done that, so just head back up to Keely.
You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
So she just wants to destroy the research to make sure this sort of stuff can't happen again.
I've managed to create a connection to the vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
So she'll ask about the files that you've... that you've got on you. So there's a few ways you can you could, there's a few ways you can answer her. You can be open with her and tell her that Hilden actually sent you here to get the files and that that's why you've copied them. You can lie to her, saying that you were busy rescuing her, or you can just say you were downloading the files earlier while exploring the vault. I'm going to go for that one because it opens up a couple of interesting options. I'm just going to say I did download some files earlier while exploring the vault.
Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash.
So, what you can then say is, my friend is part of a group that can develop it into something safe that everyone can benefit from, which is quite frankly optimistic given that the Brotherhood of Steel, I don't think everyone will be benefiting from it, but never mind. So this is one way out of it, so just say that.
I suppose you've given me no reason not to trust you. Fine. Take the data and go. I hope you know what you're doing.
So there we are. We gain karma for doing it that way. So at this point, you can literally just effectively betray her and turn the data straight into Dr. Hilden. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use it for Veronica. Of course, the thing about the three options Veronica gives you, the rangefinder, the farming thing, or the pulse gun, getting the pulse gun requires going through an insanely difficult vault that would just be basically me spamming stim packs. So I'm not saying it's impossible, it's quite possible. It's just really difficult and annoying and pointless because it's basically just been me being foddered around by ghouls, being constantly smacked in the back and constantly injecting myself with stim packs. So it's just not very interesting. So I'm going to do it this way because Vault 22 is more interesting. Anyway, so there's a couple more things we need to do here. Obviously, there is a clutch of mantis eggs to be recovered that we can get for Red Lucy. I know we promised that we do that ages ago. So we're finding where we can actually get a clutch of mantis eggs, nice and easy. And then we can also pick up the final bit of the air filtration system we need for Elder McNamara. So go to the one floor we haven't been to yet, 3rd level, food production. Obviously, even though we purged the spores, unfortunately, other than the 5th floor, the creatures are still present. So, yeah, you don't get away from being attacked. That still happens. I'm very nervous about this bit because this is the area where everything went wrong last time. So, just head through here. This computer. Disengage the lock, which you can do with the key that you've got. Just open up the door. And then close the door behind you to buy yourself a little bit of time. Head down and to the right round this little cul-de-sac. This is where you can get the, there we go. Ow. Yep. Giant pile of mantis eggs. Wait, hang on. Oh, is that unavoidable? I just picked up that kill again. I'm going to try that one more time. Okay. I think in that... Ooh. Now that is interesting. I picked up a creature kill again. I assumed it was a bug, but it could have been entirely legitimate. Let's go through it one more time and see if it gives me 2 experience points just for picking up the mantis eggs. Yep. That happened? No! Not this time! Excellent! Good news! Okay, for whatever reason, on several separate occasions, yeah, I got, for some reason, on 2 separate occasions, I picked up a kill there. I have no idea what causes it. But, anyway, just then head back the way you came and round to the right instead of to the left, and you can head through into oxygen recycling. Oxygen recycling is where we can pick up the final part of the air filtration system, which is great news. Then it is just here in one of these lockers. Which one is it? It's one of these. This one. Yep. Cartridge filters. Lovely. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the I'm gonna look at the footage again for that second time I picked up a kill there and figure out what on earth was the kill that I got 2 times in a row. Giant pile of mantis eggs. Warning: if you are doing this no kill and you're determined to do Bleed Me Dry, be really, really careful about the mantises when you're picking up the egg cluster for Bleed Me Dry, because that almost screwed me over twice. So yeah. And just straight back to the entrance. There's no need to go and see Keeley again. And there we are. Finally. People killed none. Creatures killed none. Beautiful. Took flipping long enough. So just head back out and, yeah, run straight into more Mancers. They'll probably want to kill me, but that's okay. I forgive them. Ow. Right, so now we've got the Mantis egg clutch. Just head down and we're going to go and see Red Lucy again. Again, just be careful not to fall off. What the... What? Did the Ranger just follow me down here? Oh yeah, the Fiend. Okay. There was a Fiend outside. I assumed local security was going to deal with him, but apparently he came down here. But Lucy will take care of him. There we go. That was unusual. Don't normally see that. Right, talk to Red Lucy now that's dealt with.
Stranger.
Yep, 200 caps. Here are the eggs.
I thank you, stranger.
So I've just nipped back to Gibson's shack to pick up Veronica again. One tip actually before we go inside, if you're having trouble with the fact there are scorpions around this area, and thus if you bring Veronica here, she goes for them. If you visit here alone at night, you'll very often see a patrol of knights coming out of the bunker, who will then clear out the local scorpions for you, which means Veronica doesn't attack them. So that's the way you get around Veronica trying to attack scorpions.
Have you found all of the components yet?
Yes, I have.
Really? I mean, that's great.
First things first, I'm just going to tell Veronica to wait here for a second while I go and have a chat to the Elder about the air filtration system and what a big damn hero I am.
Good news for a change. Your efforts have humbled me, outsider. I will undo the wrong I have done my brethren and lift the lockdown. With luck, we will once again flourish.
Liked. Just liked. Liked for saving all of their lives. And level 24. I'm just going to max out lockpick so I can use it even when I'm wearing my helmet, and other than that, just get repair up a little bit. Because I'm kind of out of things to raise. I mean, I know barter is low, but I have so much money and nothing to buy. There's no advantage to barter being higher at this point. Okay, I'm going to take Nerd Rage. It's pretty much a useless perk, and I'd say 99% of the time never ever take this. The only reason I'm saying that you should take this is because on the off chance my health has dropped to 20% or below, an extra 15 damage threshold is useful, purely because the only reason I'm going to get to 15 or below is because something actually is managing to out damage my damage threshold, so that'll cancel that effect, and it'll just buy me a second to heal up, so... why not? There's basically nothing else that's worth having. Now, have another chat with McNamara.
Well,
and now you want to ask him to join the Brotherhood, because you need to be a member of the Brotherhood to truly influence their policy.
exceptional individuals like yourself are sometimes allowed to join the Brotherhood if they perform a valuable service for it.
What do you mean,
While
if?
your actions up to this point have been commendable, I am afraid they don't quite qualify as such a service.
I've been into
However, I
3
do have
dangerous
another task
vaults
that fits
to
the bill
fix
rather
the
nicely.
air system, the
Would
thing
you
that lets
consider
you all be
undertaking it?
not dead. Luckily, the task in question is farcically easy.
As one of our patrols discovered,
Yeah, basically all he's going to tell you is go up to Black Mountain and clear out the mutants. Obviously, we already did that while we were picking up the holotape that was close by to Black Mountain. So it is basically a milk run now. So yep, just have to go and plant a bug in the control room. But even if we hadn't done it, it's a really easy quest to do. It's only difficult if you don't know about the back entrance and just go up the front way. So we'll get on that in a second.
Aw.
But first, let's let Veronica go and have a chat with the Elder too, because she also had business to deal with him.
Give it a chance. For me. I can't stay here and watch us waste away. We'll die out.
So, another failure. But anyway, let's step
He wouldn't
outside.
listen.
Veronica
Truth
is
was
obviously
right there
massively
staring him in the
disappointed,
face. How could he not
and
listen?
now has a bit of a crisis of faith as to whether or not she ought to stay with the Brotherhood. So now you can basically tell her to stay, or try and encourage her to go with the Followers of the Apocalypse there.
Could my knowledge to some good use.
I prefer the Followers of the
Or I could
Apocalypse, but
stay
it does
here
lead to a
with the people I
shootout.
care about
So
and
as
do
a result, I'm going to be encouraging
whatever I
her
can
to stay with the
until it
Brotherhood. This is your home, and these are your friends. You should stay.
They may be a bunch of wooden conformists, but anything I did without them would feel empty. Let's get going. I'd like to get my mind off all this, and some fresh air would do me some good, right about now.
So Veronica now wants to leave the Brotherhood bunker, which is fine. We were leaving anyway because we need to head out to deal with the. We need to go out to deal with the task for Elder McNamara. I think in this particular playthrough, it's probably a good idea that I tell Veronica to stay, because there'd be something a bit weird about me saying she ought to leave the Brotherhood forever and never return. Just as I'm actually undertaking a task to join the Brotherhood, and, you know, I'm trying to line up the Brotherhood for a better future working with the NCR, so, at peace. So, yeah, I think I'm leading them. I think I'm leading the Brotherhood forward in a positive direction. So, as a result of that, I don't feel at all guilty about encouraging Veronica to stay, because I think she will be happy in the new, more open Brotherhood. Especially now we've just undone the lockdown, and McNamara, who still seems to be relatively peace-loving, is still the Elder. So that's good. Ooh.
We heard Veronica talking with the Elder. We won't stand for this.
So yeah, step outside, and some of the other Brotherhood are not really happy with this situation. Speech of 95 luckily can talk them down with, in a rather florid fashion it must be said, ideals are strengthened by the challenges they endure. Veronica's questioning did you a service.
This had better be the last time her loyalty falters. You've been warned.
I don't think it's ever going to be the same for me in there. Knowing no matter what I do, it's going to end badly. But they're all I have.
There we are. That's the end. I could make you care. 1,000 experience points. Very nice. And there we are. She's picked up her Bonds of Steel perk, so she now gains significant damage threshold. Now, and now it's time for us to part ways, because that's her quest completed.
Why does everyone always say that?
So, yeah, back to your bunkie you go. Oh no, she goes back to the 188.
Then I guess I'll be back at the 188.
And though you got the data for Veronica, and as a result, Keeley let you leave with the data because of Veronica, because the Brotherhood don't want it, you still have it. So now you can take it straight back to McCarran and turn it in there. So let's pop back to McCarran and deal with that. I've brought the data from Vault 22, Doctor.
Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data.
I'd be careful with that data. You didn't see those plants in the vault.
We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
No statement terrifies me as much as we're the government, just trust us. Oh, God. And with that, there stands the grass is also completed. So, let's not forget why we're actually here. We're supposed to be going to Black Mountain to install a listening device for the Brotherhood, so let's do that. Incidentally, while you're up here, this big dish, these controls, never been entirely clear on what these do. I mean, they make the dishes go into a different position. You can see the dishes all move when you do this, but I've never been quite clear on. So that dish moves into a different position, and once you've pressed them once, you can never press them again. It's a one-off thing, but I don't really know why. What does this do? Does anybody know what this does? Because I have no clue. And all I know is once they've been pressed, they go from red to green, and that's all they do. And that is apparently it. So I don't know why. If you know why, tell me, because I've always been curious as to what on earth those are for. Anyway, what you need to do here is just head into the main room, and then just head straight back out the back door into this area you can't access any other way. Now this bit confuses some people, I know. Where there's this door here that can't be picked, it requires a key. If you kill Rhonda, you get it that way. If, however, you serve peacefully, there's this little bump under the stairs. Tabitha has hidden a room key underneath the stairs. So that's how you get into the top room. This is the console that you want, the radar console on the top floor. So just install the remote signal transmitter. There you go. That was it. That was literally everything you had to do. So, and of course, it was so easy to get the mutants out peacefully that, yeah, this is just a joke how easy it is, and it's just kind of really weird from a lore point of view that they say all the effort you had to do going into the vaults doesn't count for anything. You've got to do this far easier task before you've done something worthy of being allowed to join the Brotherhood. Wow, that is pretty. Okay, sorry, I'm just having a moment of admiring the pretty sky. Yeah, that's... Oh, that's lovely. I don't have, you know, obviously I'm on 360. I don't have like Nevada skies installed or anything, but oh, that's quite nice. This game looks so good. It's years old, but it still looks lovely. Oh. Anyway, back to the bunker. Back to the bunker. I've installed the device up at Black Mountain as instructed.
It is my great honor to bestow upon you the title of Paladin of the Brotherhood. I had the Knights refurbish a suit of our power armor for your use. It's one of the earlier models, but it should serve you well.
Oh good. Old,
Now,
knackered, low-condition power armor.
Aren't I?
Nope. Actually, I already know how to use power armor. Thanks very much.
Would you like to tell me where you learned such a thing?
Nope.
No, don't bother. A person as well-traveled as yourself is bound to pick up all kinds of skills, I suppose.
Meanwhile, yeah, eyesight to the blind. See there? 100 experience points. It gives you awful experience. It's so bad. This is what they give you. A crappy old suit of power armor, damage threshold 14. I'm not even bothering to take this with me. This is just going on the floor. It's so damn worthless. If you're doing this normally, what I would suggest at this point, if you don't have the Enclave armor, then just come straight through here and get this armor, which is much better quality. You can get a vastly better quality suit of power armor and power helmet right here on his desk, as well as a pretty good quality plasma rifle and plasma pistol. So I just come in here and steal all of that along with that super sledge. So if you need money, 2,500, 3,500, over 1,000, over 1,000, yeah, very nice. Now finally, we can actually do what we've been meaning to do. Now that we are trusted and loved and a member of the Brotherhood, McNamara will finally listen to us. The NCR is looking to destroy you, McNamara.
Perhaps it's time for a new strategy. Go to the NCR commander and tell her the Brotherhood is willing to put aside our enmity for the time being. Further, tell her that we are willing to send troops to aid in their coming defense of the dam.
That is the only way that you can deal with the... That's the only way that you can resolve this peacefully. Every other way, if you go down House, there's no way to avoid blowing up this bunker. If you go Legion, there's no way to avoid blowing up this bunker. And if you go NCR, you've got to do literally all of that. Every other path, making Harden the Elder guarantees you have to destroy the bunker. Missing out any single one of these quests means you have to destroy the bunker. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. So, yeah, pretty difficult. So with that done, we are finally completely done with the Brotherhood. Incidentally, I look so damn badass with my... Oh, look at this, look at this. At night with a sandstorm. And Edie returned to Prim. Excellent. Let's quickly check out Edie. And with that, Edie, my love, automatically completes the moment that you enter. Companion protocol begin. Anyway, let's have a look at Edie out in the sunlight. Edie's now much cleaner. They've removed the bumper sticker that was kind of pinned to her, so Edie is now nice and clean and crisp. And Edie's lasers have now changed blue, and they're now much more powerful. Obviously, that doesn't interest me. So Edie, time for us to be done, I'm afraid. But I'm thrilled you're upgraded. That's a lovely cannon. So bye bye, Edie. So with that done, we've completed the quest of every companion, with the exception of Boone, of course, because we're not doing Boone. So yeah, that's all our companions dealt with. Now let's nip back to Moore and have a chat with her about how the Brotherhood situation went. So interestingly, you'll find Moore right here, having a chat with Paladin Todd. Let's have a chat with her about the wonderful resolution that we've managed to peacefully sort out.
Has the Brotherhood been found?
I've taught the Brotherhood into supporting the NCR.
And you believe them? Do you have any idea how long we've been fighting those bastards? Ugh, Crockett will have a field day with this. He'll want to establish diplomatic relations with them, for Pete's sake. But we've got more important...
So yeah, you gain NCR infamy. You actually gain infamy for sorting that out peacefully, which makes me not like Moore, because it makes me think she's a bit of a psycho. Diplomatic relations? That doesn't involve shooting my fellow man with bullets. God.
This is no time for questions. Get back topside and protect the president.
So yeah, it's time. It is time for the president to be protected. Go, go, go! So here we are. It's finally time. Finally time for one of my favourite quests in the game. You'll know it when it happens. It is time to protect the President of the United States. Wait, well, of California at least. And I'm going to have to do that basically, normally in this quest, you'd be trying to protect from assassins. Obviously, I can't do anything to the assassins. I'm kind of I'm on peaceful bodyguard duty, so there we are. Not only am I protecting the life of the president, I'm also determined to protect the lives of the assassins too. So that's going to be interesting. Next time on Fallout New Vegas, No Kill, the president of the NCR is going to be right here delivering a speech, and there are going to be threats coming in from all sides, and we are going to be dealing with those threats. So, yeah, here we are. We're at the dam. We're finally actually going to be doing something at the dam rather than just passing through. Finally, this part has taken a hell of a lot of recording because I had to record all of this twice because of the problem I had in Vault 22 earlier. So that is a shame. But we've done it now. We've done it now. And next time, the president of the NCR. So I'm really forward to that. I love that mission. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout New Vegas, No Kill. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is not what it looks like. Her limbs are terrifying. She's like a little spindly monster. More sacrifices for our new god.